So today I thought I would play Pitfall 2. Now this is an unusual game because in the arcades you always got the arcade game first and then it would get ported to the home computer like the ZX Spectrum or the Commodore 64 as it was back in the day. But this game was the other way round. It came out on the home computer first and then was reprogrammed for the arcades. Now I used to play this a lot on a Commodore 64, but although I did see this in the arcades, I've never actually played the arcade machine itself. I have no idea why. I never put a 10p in it. I just didn't. But anyway, let's jump into the game. So it has got a few little secrets in the game. They're quite simple little secrets, nothing too exciting. And also there's only 4 stages, so it's quite a short game. Although it is a little bit tricky to start with until you really get the hang of it. So I'm going to see how far I can get on the 1 credit. Now if I manage to get to the full stage, I'll put in the description the time at which I reach each stage, so that if you want to jump to a particular stage, then you can, rather than watching each individual stage all the way through. But let's get the game started. So like the original Pitfall, it starts off with you just running across the top of the land, jumping over the pits and the holes and anything else that comes your way. Now, with these coin bags down the bottom, these are collectible items. They will add to your time. So you start off with 3 minutes, but they will add another 30 seconds to your time, plus give you 1,000 points each. However, there is a secret on each stage. Now the secret on this stage is for you to collect the 4 hidden money bags. Now when I say hidden, they're not really that hidden. When you get to an area like this where there's falling items, after the 4th one, that's 2, 3, here comes the 4th, there's the money bag. So the first one is actually really easy to get, so that's the first hidden money bag, and there are 4 in total on this whole section. So the ones at the bottom don't count as hidden money bags. Now this first section comes in 4 stages. This is the end of the first stage. The volcano marks the end of a stage, or part of the stage. So there's 4 of them for this first stage in total. So you don't have to collect these money bags at all. As I say, they should add 1,000 points and add 30 seconds to your time. Now if you have a look at the top right, my top score there, quite a ridiculous score, 1 million or 1.2 million. Now that is perfectly achievable, there's no cheating getting there. But you have to collect the 4 special items in order to do it. Now the likelihood of me doing that is very unlikely, I would say. But we'll see how we go. Obviously I've done it for the fact that I've got the 1.2 million. So in order to really get that, by getting the 4 hidden money bags on this stage, that will release a golden item, which is the golden statue on this one. So here comes the second hidden bag. But this one, again, you've got to be lucky to get it on the 4th drop. I'm going to get it. So you collect the 4 hidden money bags and you'll get the golden statue at the end of the stage. Now that golden statue is worth 1 free life and probably some points as well. I rarely ever get it because I find that it's usually pretty tricky to do. Seems easy, yeah, collect the hidden money bags, but you'll see the next 2 are quite tricky. So the minute I miss one, that is absolutely physically impossible for me to score 1 million points. Because I have to collect all the golden items, 1 on each stage, and the last one is worth 1 million points. So we're on the 3rd section of the first stage now. So we're halfway there. And finally we get the pits that we saw in the original Pitfall. As I say, you don't have to collect these money bags at all. They're just worth extra points and an extra 30 seconds. But if you avoid them and go straight to the end, you will get there in the 3 minutes. I've never tried it, but you will get there. Right, so here is the third one. Now this one, the money bag comes down and then bounces back up again. So if you don't get it in time, and I've got it, that was lucky. And the final one though, I find is an absolute nightmare. Pure luck if I get it, and quite often or not, I lose lives on that particular screen as well, because it is difficult. I shan't be worrying about it if I don't get it, but we'll soon see. So as I say, the first stage is very reminiscent of the original Pitfall. So we're on to the final section of this stage. Now the ladders, it's not obvious how you climb down them. I didn't mean to fall down the hole there, too much talking. But yeah, the ladders, you have to stand just to the side of it and then press up or down to go up or down. Right, so the final normal money bag. Actually no, there is one more normal money bag. That was a free life coming my way. 20,000 is a free life. Right, now we're coming up on the horrible screen. I hate this screen. I often lose lives here. And it's, oh, and I'm running out of time. That thing is coming at me, which means I need to get off. And there's the money bag. So I've missed the money bag. It's not possible to get the million now. But it is still possible to get golden items, just not on this stage. So we're approaching the end of the stage. I could just go and get the key if I wanted, but there is another money bag. Time-wise, I'm doing very badly. That's because I've been talking. Talking and playing clearly don't go together. But it's not necessarily about the points so much. It is more about how far I can get on one credit. Now as I come through here, I'm just going to pause the game slightly. Now, one little question I'm going to have to put out there is that this game is noted as having a 4-way joystick. I've seen it on the killer list of video games, and in MAME itself, it is denoted as a 4-way joystick. However, some other sites say it's 8-way. Now, there are 2 points in this game. One where it just makes it a little bit easier to have an 8-way joystick. And the last bit, the most important bit, is that I think it's physically impossible to complete the game with a 4-way joystick, which if I get there, maybe we'll see it. But so I've actually set it to 8-way to actually make it possible. It really doesn't make a great deal of difference. It's just a couple of bits that make it slightly easier. So again, if anyone knows whether the actual arcade machine is a 4-way or an 8-way joystick, let me know in the comments. So now what we're going to do for this stage is climb to the bottom. Climb to the bottom? Surely descend to the bottom. With enough concentration on this, I can usually get through without losing a life. However, because I'm talking, the chances of that happening are quite slim. This is the tricky bit. I managed to avoid it. Okay, so these things now, so no, instead of coin bags, we have what are supposedly flowers. I actually think they look more like frogs. So what do you think? Flowers or frogs? So the secret of this stage, and it really isn't obvious at all. In fact, it took me a long time to find out. In fact, I had to even search the internet for it to get the answer. So the golden item on this stage is the flying birds. And to get them, you need to collect the frog or the flower as it is on exactly 3 minutes. So they're actually bats, I think. So if you collect the frog or the flower on exactly 3 minutes of time remaining, for 15 seconds, the bats will turn gold. Now you can collect as many of them as you like, and they're worth 1,000 points each. So we're nearly there. Look, 3 minutes. Okay, so you may not even be able to see it, but the bats are now gold. So as you can see, I can now collect them, and I really didn't want to do that. So I've actually missed out on any more, but I have now, at least, as long as you've only got to collect one, and that classes as getting a golden item. I must admit, I'm notorious for falling down the gaps. It's the only annoying thing about this game, is when you fall down the gap, you've practically got to start all over again. I deliberately missed the one that's in the water, because we'll come along and see that again later, providing I can actually get there. So obviously I'm now not going to get these on 3 minutes because that time was already passed, unless I can collect them quickly and get there. But you really do have to be careful here, because one slight mistake and you are going straight back down to the bottom again. So yeah, you can repeat the collecting of the frog flower thing on 3 minutes as many times as you like on this stage. And then you get quite a hefty bonus, because each bat is worth 1,000. But we're now almost at the top. Just got to be a little bit careful. The worst one's coming up, this one, the frog. Managed to get past him. So all we're doing here is collecting this orb, which releases the key. Now we'll get past the frog again. So you don't have to collect again the frog or flower things, whatever they are. You certainly don't have to collect them all. Again, just worth extra points. So there's another free life going in. So now I'm going to fall to the bottom. This is where I'll collect the very last one that's in the water. So now we can make our ascent back up to the top. Now, the 4-way, 8-way joystick thing. So with an 8-way joystick, it allows you in the water to go diagonal like this, which you can't do with the 4-way joystick. Not essential at this point of the game. But it is essential for this bit. So I'm now about to ascend to the very top of this channel. Now I can slow down and speed up by pushing up or down on the joystick. But also with a 4-way joystick, you can only go left or right. You can't go up or down. So you can't speed up or slow down and go diagonal. So this top part becomes almost, not quite, but almost impossible, because when you get here, if you're in the wrong place, you won't make it in time. But I'm now using the 8-way joystick to slow down my ascent so that I can make it. Oh, and I've missed it. Can you believe it? I've still missed it. So hopefully I'm going to get there now. Here we go. Right, let's slow down. And we're there. All this talking clearly means I can't play the game as well. I should have about 90,000 points by now, not 70,000. But anyway, that's the one thing that the 8-way joystick allows you to do. It just makes that last bit there a little bit easier. Now I am going to use the 8-way in a second, just to do a quick dive. It's not essential. Not essential at all to be able to do this, just speeds it up. So we are now on stage 3 of the game, and this is where things start to get more fun. So here I am effectively doing what you would do on the 4-way joystick. You just hover there, go down, go straight back up again. But now I'm going to use the 8-way to go diagonal. It has no more advantage now whatsoever until the very end of the game. But I don't really like doing that there. I think that's a bit risky. So the third section, or third stage, sorry. Collect all the gold bars, and of course we've got minecarts, so it becomes a bit of a maze. So yes, you have to collect all the gold bars. If you collect all the gold bars at the end of the level, there is the golden chalice. However, this is a lot trickier than it may look. I especially hate this bit, so I often get killed by the scorpion because he chases me. So easy to get it wrong. Sometimes the scorpions come back on you or just chase you. Sometimes they just go backwards and forwards. The ones that go backwards and forwards are easy. However, the ones that don't, the ones that chase you, really do get in the way. So as the second I come down, this one chases me. Now, I've always seen people go all the way back up to the top, and I've just cost myself a life being really stupid there. How it's easier and quicker to do that. Normally I don't lose a life, but again, because I'm talking, makes it that much harder. So I believe we've got another scorpion that will follow me. I've managed to get away with that one. I often lose a life there. So far, so good. So I don't think this scorpion chases me. He doesn't. So when I've seen people do this before, so they go a long way around and go all the way back up to the minecart, whereas I just dropped down the hole and went straight onto the next one. And the same with this section I'm about to do now. I've seen people backtrack quite a bit to get the gold bars, when in actual fact you don't need to, but it is more hazardous. So it is more hazardous to go this way, like that. I just made a big mistake there. So I have lost a life, obviously, but hopefully I can get out of it again now. Still got 2 lives left, which is all right for now. It's another one that follows you. Once again, we're going to get the orb that releases the key. Now we're going to make our way back up to get the final gold bars that are needed for this stage. Good, that's not one that chases me. So the ending of this stage is a little bit tricky, in that you've got to remember to jump off the minecart before hitting a brick wall, which you'll see in a moment. So right here, it's this next bit, we've got to jump off here, otherwise you crash into the wall. Not this one, and it'll be the next minecart we can get to get back on again. And then we have to do the same before we reach the end. We're almost there. The next screen, you've got to jump off. And we've got to be careful now not to get hit by the brick wall or a minecart. So there's our chalice. To get it, we've got to remember to jump over the key. And there's 100,000 points coming my way. So that's the end of stage 3. We're now on to the very final stage, stage 4. Now this is quite tricky and lengthy. So whenever you've got a blank area with a wall at the end, spikes will come out and fire at you. Now again, I think there is no rule on this one. You do not need to collect the treasure chests, or at least not all of them. But the golden item on here, the big secret, is worth 1,000,000 points. Now, the only way you can get that is by collecting the golden items from stage 1, 2 and 3. Well, as you saw, I missed the golden item on stage 1. So I physically cannot now get the golden item on this stage. Three swings to get across here to be safe. Again, you don't need to come down here because it's just some treasure chests. So again, because there is a wall there, if there was no scorpion, it would mean that it would fire spears at me. The screen here is the end of the game. So again, if you fall down from here, you've now got to go all the way around again. And yes, I have fallen down several times. So these pits don't kill you, you just fall through below, which ultimately probably does kill you anyway. Now I often attempt to go up or down the ladders with these on screen, or right by the ladders, and I've found that I often lose a life when I do that, so I shan't be trying it. Okay, so time this wrong, and it's death because you get hit by the scorpion. It's a bit of a practice run for what's to come at the end. So I'm going to go through to where you would find the golden clock, which gives you 1,000,000 points. Otherwise, don't bother coming along this path, because you just don't need to. If you want to complete the game, that is. If you want points, go this way. Now, the treasure's just below me, as you see, there's nothing else there. That means arrows are going to fire at me. Halfway, there they go. You've got to remember to jump. So below me, I'll quickly go down there. You don't need to. But down here is where you would find the golden clock had you got all the other golden items. But as I missed it on the first screen, I don't get it. Now this is the end of the game here. Now if I actually just pause the game very quickly. So with the fireballs that come here, I was going to explain the 4-way, 8-way thing. In order to actually use the balloon to get up here, you need to go diagonally and slowly to just jump in to get the final goal. Now I found with a 4-way joystick, it's literally impossible. I've never done it. The first time I ever used it with an 8-way joystick, I got it straight away. No problem at all. So again, I don't know whether it's meant to be 4-way or 8-way. So if anyone does know, let me know in the comments. But for now, we'll plod along and see if we can get to the end. I don't have a lot of time left, but I do have 2 lives. Providing I can actually carry on and not fall off the ropes, which notoriously I will do, hopefully I can get to the end. But if not, I'm happy with getting to stage 4 on this game, and I've just been really stupid and I've totally forgotten that the spikes would be there. Halfway, spikes! So easy to forget those spikes. Now the next bit's dodgy because I've got to time this jump perfectly, otherwise it's another death. Right, spikes. Here they go. Yes. No spikes here because there's no wall. So again, parts of this are really straightforward. And you've just got to be on the game remembering that the spikes or the spears are going to be there. And there's a lot of them now. So on this one, yes. Let's take the easy way out. So no spears. No spears. But there will be spears here. So you need to get off this screen quickly. Spears. And there will be spears here. Just always think, blank wall, no, nothing there, there will be spears. No spears here because we've got a scorpion and there's no wall at the end. So you may have noticed we are now at the very bottom of the map. So we are close to the end. And this is the tricky one. Timing this right. And then timing this right. So spears, of course there are. Can we get up? Yes. Ah! I've got one chance left. One chance. I'm literally at the end. I don't know how I'm going to time this. I have no idea how I'm going to time this. Yes. Can we do it? Can we do it? We're on our final life. No! I can't believe it. I've messed it. Right. Still got a little chance. Get off the screen. Get back. We've completed it. Congratulations, you're our most splendid explorer. Please try again. Really? So as you can see, 304,000. But my top score is in the millions because I did obviously get all the golden objects and the final one being worth $1 million. There we go, so that was Pitfall 2. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.